Good evening, Bante.
Good evening. Okay. Good evening. Also, good morning. Let us start our evening session. You all can join with me to chant, discourse on loving kindness. Keep your palms together to recite these 10 psalms. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long or large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere. Neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. As a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child, even so towards all living beings, one should cultivate a boundless heart. One should cultivate for all the world a heart of boundless love and friendliness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without hatred or resentment, whether standing, walking, or sitting, lying down, or when awake. One should develop this mindfulness. This is called divinely dwelling here, not falling into erroneous views, but virtuous and endowed with vision. Removing desire for sensual pleasures, one comes never again to birth in the womb. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, have a comfortable seat. Keep your body upright. Keep your palms together, right up on left. Take a deep and long breath and let it go slowly. Be relaxed. Again, take a deep and long breath and let it go slowly. Be relaxed. Cut off the whole world. Come to this moment. Determine this is my meditation time. This is not the time to pay attention for past experiences or future plans. Your mindfulness is increasing along with happiness. Pay full attention to your body. Let us use this opportunity to generate metta. First of all, generate metta to yourself. Scan in your body head to toes. Generate metta. May I be well, happy and peaceful. You feel wellness, painlessness, sorrowlessness, and happiness. Focusing on you, generate more and more metta to yourself. Let us share this metta thought with others. As I am, my family members, friends, relatives, and neighbors be well, happy, and peaceful. If there is any unfriendly thoughts of them, let us practice metta along with compassion and equanimity. Let us extend all living beings in this country, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. All living beings on this continent, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. All living beings on earth, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. All living beings in this galaxy, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. Finally, break all the boundaries and limits. Just practice metta to the universe. Human, non-human, living near or far, born or coming to birth, seen and unseen. All living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. All living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Just practice metta to the universe. Being in this metta upliftment, continue in mindfulness, switch to practice mindfulness of breathing meditation. Breathe in, breathe out, mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. See your natural inhalation and exhalation. Keep your mind end of your nostril and watch your natural inhalation and exhalation. Breathe in, breathe out. Be aware whether it is a short breath or a long breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Open your mind. See how important the breath is. Completely, the life is depending on the breath. Whenever you stop breathe in and out, that would be the last moment of this existence. But the breath is not me. The breath is not mine. The breath is not myself either. Conventionally, we can talk about the breath, but absolutely there is nothing such a thing to take as the breath. When you are paying full attention, you can see the reality rising, falling, rising, falling. This is the process. When you start to breathe in, at that moment it has been changing. The breath is changing all the time, nothing existing. It's changing, changing, and changing. The breath is impermanent. Which is impermanent? That is full of suffering. Which is impermanent as well as full of suffering. Such a things no one can take as me, myself. The life is depending on the breath, then how would be the nature of the life? Impermanent, suffering, selfless. This is the reality. Painful attention to this reality. Let us practice insight meditation. Breathe in, breathe out. Take your time and practice. Whenever you notice the mind has lost its meditation object, come back and start again. Breathe in, breathe out. Dukkhapattacha nidukkha Bhayapattacha nibbaya Sokapattacha nisoka Hontu sabbe pipanino Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Thank you. Dear friends, now it is time to start our Dhamma sermon. We are in Dhammapada stanza number 194. Sukho buddhanang uppado sukha saddhamma desana sukha sanghasa samaggi samagganam tapo sukho. Brief meaning of this stanza is, happy is the birth of Buddhas. Happy is the teachings of the sublime Dhamma. Happy is the unity of the Sangha. Happy is the disciplines of the united ones. This is the best time to discuss about these happy things, because now we are celebrating Buddha's birthday. It was on last full moon day, May 26th was the Buddha's birthday. Happy is the birth of the Buddhas. Make a question yourself, how it can make happiness the birth of the Buddha for you. This is very important questions that we should arise ourselves. And you can think using this opportunity into deep level. What, why, how it's come, how it is helpful to make happy yourself. The Buddha's birth. What does it mean? Dear friends, I have been mentioning this special things. The Buddha is the role model for humans. The Buddha is the role model. The Buddhahood is not something happening out of this human world. As you know, Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, born into this human world as a human baby. King Siddhodana and Maya, Mahamaya, was the parents of Prince Siddhartha. And Prince Siddhartha grew up in this society with other human beings. He ended up his lay life, and then he joined again with another group of human beings who were practicing to attain enlightenment. Prince Siddhartha born under a tree. Prince Siddhartha, ascetic Siddhartha, attained enlightenment under a tree. The Buddha passed away under a tree. All these significance things, significance event in his life happened in this human world, same as other human beings. There were some miracles happen because of the merits that Buddha had. But generally, we know The Buddha was a human being who lived in this human world. Then, what is that Buddhahood? Realizing the Buddhahood, we can understand why this say happy is the birth of Buddha. We can understand it. First, we have to understand what is Buddhahood means. Buddhahood means not something else. It is the superb level that human beings can achieve, accomplish. What is the difference? This human life and that human life. There are so many achievements with that life. What are those? He already established his happiness. We have happiness, but only for a short time. In this moment, participate in this meditation and Dhamma session, you completely away from your day-to-day life, day-to-day routines. So you don't have worries, you don't have troubles, you don't have anger, you don't have any other upset thoughts, confused things in your mind. Why? You are focusing on Dhamma. So you are free from suffering now for the moment. Your happiness is with you now. Your compassion also here with you now. Your sympathetic joy and equanimity, every these qualities are with you now. But we don't know when, how it would be changed. Within in 1 nanosecond, it's subject to change. Why? This happiness remain with defilements. Still this happiness remain with defilements. There are defilements in your thoughts, in your mind. So those defilements are not allowing to domain this happiness, to establish this happiness. Therefore, each and every moment might be tiny things can change the happiness that you are enjoying in this moment. So, attaining enlightenment himself, the Buddha was able to establish his happiness. This is the highest things that you can achieve as human beings. This is the highest. The Buddha spending numerous time in his previous life and even the last birth, practicing and practicing, was able to realize the truth. Realizing that truth, then he started to deliver that Dhamma. Within in 45 years of period of time, he had been given 84,000 sermons, Dhamma sermons, to explain this realization, to explain the path for this realization, to explain his wisdom, how we can gain that is wisdom. 84,000 Dhamma sermons are there. Now you can see how many hours that Buddha used for himself. 45 divided into 84,000. At least 5 Dhamma sermons had given by the Buddha per day. At least 5. Some discourses are very long. Even to just chant that discourses, you need 4 hours, 5 hours in Digha Nikaya, long length discourses. To just chant. So, generally we know To chant some discourses, it takes 1 hour. This is general. Then you can see after enlightenment, Sakyamuni Buddha, Gautama Buddha, he sacrificed everything. 2 hours per day, he got to relax himself. Mid of night. Any other time period that he spent, definitely he spent that time benefit for someone else. Now you can see how compassionate mind the Buddha maintained. Because of the Buddha, we are able to see our mind, what kind of thoughts are rising in our mind, what is the nature of our mind, how we can gain our happiness. All these matters that we can find answer through the Buddha's teaching. We all are working for our happiness. Morning to evening, even to morning, 24/7, we are searching our happiness. This is our goal. Is there any other philosopher? Is there any other religious leader? Is there any other scholar who declared the path for our happiness, for our liberation? No. No one can compare with the Buddha, because the Buddha's explanation, clean and clear, path is direct. There is no any doubt. If someone can apply the method that delivered by the Buddha, explained by the Buddha, yes, exactly, they can attain that happiness. They can gain that happiness. They can establish happiness. They can liberate from suffering. This is the nature that this nature had been explained in Dhamma Vandana. When we worship into the Dhamma, Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko, you are explaining the qualities of Dhamma in this manner. Well establish this Dhamma, will declare this Dhamma. There's no any arguments about the Dhamma. You might heard from others about so many things in this world. They have so many arguments, they have so many debates about such a things, but no one yet able to say anything against the teachings of the Buddha. But some of them who don't know the Dhamma, what the meaning of the teachings of the Buddha, without knowing, they have so many explanations, but no one can accept those kind of views, because they don't know Dhamma. Who don't know the Dhamma, then how they can say anything about the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha? But who knows Dhamma, who knows the teachings of the Buddha, no one can say this is wrong. This is wrong. This is the uniqueness of the Dhamma, teachings of the Buddha. Swakhato, delivered well. Beginning, middle, and end in these stages completely covered. Based on one thing, the Buddha had started the sermon, Buddha had maintained, and Buddha had finished that sermon with maintaining one goal. What is that goal? Nibbana, Four Noble Truths. Whatever the discourse we have among these 84,000 discourses, sermons, everything based on Four Noble Truths. Whatever the discourses explain the path Noble Eightfold Path, that's it. There's nothing. Taking Karaniya Metta Sutta, Discourse of Loving Friendliness, Ratana Sutta, Vyagapajya Sutta, uh, any other discourses that we are using in our daily routines, daily practicing, explain Four Noble Truth and Noble Eightfold Path. That's it. So all these teachings are based on Four Noble Truth, Noble Eightfold Path, and Dependent Origination. These are the unique teachings of the Buddha. But there are some similarity with other teachings when you're taking part by part. Likewise, taking a blessing discourse, Mahamangala Sutta, Asevana cha balanang, Panditanang cha sevana, don't associate foolish, associate wise. This one is similar with so many other scholars' explanations, so many other religious leaders' explanations, similar. There's no difference. But that is the meaning that they can get just outside, externally. But when you go to deeper level, what does it mean? What is that foolishness means? Foolishness means ignorance. What does that mean? Ignorance means not knowing the reality. Then the reality and reality, these two difference. The reality already established law in this universe. The reality is not changing because of anything. What is the reality? The reality is impermanent, suffering, selfless. This is the reality. Is any other religious leader or any other scholar, philosopher had given anything about these three things? Impermanent, suffering, selfless. Only the physicians, physics specialists, have been talking about impermanence, but not like Buddha's teaching, not like that much deep. They're just talking about changes, everything changing. They have that thoughts, particularly in their uh, relativity theory and in their quantum theory. They're explaining this. It's changing. They believe it, they accept it. Is there any other religious leaders or any other philosophers, any other scholars is able to tell anything about this nature? Now you can see the meaning outside foolishness and the meaning according to the Buddha's teaching, how different is huge gap is there. So now you can see we are able to listen to this path, we are able to get some guidance to think, to develop our thinking ability because of Buddha, the teachings of the Buddha. Now you can see why in here mentioned Sukho Buddhanang Uppado, happy is the birth of Buddhas. Why? Because our human goals are there with the Buddha's birth. The birth of Buddhas means not the birth of the Prince Siddhartha. The Buddha's birth happened under the Bo tree, attaining enlightenment himself. This Four Noble Truth was covered by defilements. No one was able to think about, to recognize about these defilements. But attaining enlightenment, the Buddha was able to see things as they are. He was able to realize the Four Noble Truths. He applied Noble Eightfold Path for that realization. So, in this manner, now you can see, because of his great achievement, the Buddha was given lectures and teachings for benefits for ourselves, to clarify our mind, to develop our insight, to attain enlightenment for our own liberation. Now it might be clear for everybody why the meaning, what is the meaning? The birth of the Buddha is happy, to say that. Say so, now we know the meaning. The second one is, happy is the teachings of the sublime Dhamma. Happiness is arising teachings of the sublime Dhamma. What does it mean? Sublime Dhamma means a universal, established law. That is the Dhamma. It is based on noble eightfold path, four noble truths, and dependent origination. These are the main teachings where in this sublime Dhamma. That sublime Dhamma is not different because of the country, not because of the ethnic group, ethnicity, or any other things. Sublime Dhamma is already established law. According to Anguttara Nikaya, Dhammaniyamata Sutta, the Buddha appears in this world or not, this established Dhamma is here. Is here. It's not changing. It's not changing. So, it is also very peaceful, happy things for our life. But we can hear sublime Dhamma because the birth of the Buddha. If we don't have Buddha, then also we are also living as a blind people, deaf people, because we don't hear, we can't hear Dhamma without the Buddha. In one of previous life of the Buddha, practicing as a bodhisattva, in one particular birth, he wanted to listen to Dhamma. The bodhisattva was a king. He sent a messenger around his kingdom to find someone to listen to Dhamma. Finally, he said, if someone able to give one stanza of Dhamma, I'm ready to offer my kinship, my kingdom to him. But no one was there. Finally, the Sakra came to human world, and then appearing as a devil, he wanted to check the Bodhisattva. Okay, I will give a Dhamma sermon for you, what you can give for me. Then the Bodhisattva said, I can give whatever you wanted. Then the devil said, I am not a human being, I am a devil. I don't want to have anything that you have in here. So I like to eat something. What you like to eat? I like to eat you. If you're ready to donate your physical body, then I am ready to deliver Dhamma sermon for you. Then the Bodhisattva said, yes, I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to sacrifice my life if you are ready to give a Dhamma sermon for me. He did that. He did that means the Sakra, using his magic power, create a mountain and then asked to Bodhisattva to climb up to that mountain and jump into his mouth. Between that time period, when he started to jump, from top of mountain to his mouth. During that time, he was able to give a Dhamma talk. This is the way how the Bodhisattva was enhanced. He was enhanced in his knowledge, Dhamma knowledge, during that period. So now you can see, listening sublime Dhamma is very rare thing. Because of the Buddha, we are able to listen to Dhamma. Happy is the unity of the Sangha. Sangha means Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika. Whoever following the teachings of the Buddha, they belongs to that category, Sangha. That category, Sangha. So, who are applying the teachings of the Buddha for their day-to-day life, they should live unity, happily, and harmony. These are very important qualities that they should maintain. Why? If they have quarrels, arguments, and debates, for unnecessary things, they just wasted their time. Therefore, happy is the unity of the Sangha. If you are living harmony, peacefully, happily, it is very helpful to realize the Dhamma and spread the Dhamma. Happy is the disciplines of the united ones, and as well as the Sangha, when they united, they should have discipline, mental discipline and physical discipline, both. When they are living in this with these qualities, they can spread this Dhamma, they can realize their self, and they can spread this Dhamma benefits for others. When you have some good qualities, likewise, compassion, loving friendliness, how would be your house? Full of happiness. Calm, serene nature would be there. Naturally, your house become a very comfortable, peaceful place, not physical environment. Non-physical environment would be peaceful, happy. When you are living there, you don't feel any uncomfortableness there. You are living there comfortably. Whoever come into that place, your dwelling place, they are also happy to live there. They also have some kind of attachment to that place, not for the physical things, not for the materials. Non-material environment is very helpful for everybody who are visiting your place. It's the nature, it's the blessings of Dhamma. It's happening. When you go to meditation hall, where the people are practicing meditation, completely feelings are different there. Their feelings are completely different. You can think about yourself with your experiences. You can think with your experience. If you don't have that experience, next time when you visit any meditation hall, meditation place where they are meditating, try to think about that experience. So this is the way now we can see how happiness is arising in our mind. Buddha's birth is happy. It is the greatest things for our life. And having chance to learn, to listen sublime Dhamma, it is also cause for happiness. And unity of Sangha, it is also cause for happiness. Discipline of that united ones, Sangha, it is also cause for our happiness. So now you can see how we can gain happiness ourselves. All these facts are helpful to gain our happiness. So we have all these opportunities now. So we're not supposed to waste our time. Let us practice Dhamma to gain happiness and establish our happiness. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Let us use this opportunity to share merits with others. First of all, think about departed relatives, friends, family members, and pets who departed name of us. By the power of these merits and metta thoughts, may they all be well, happy, and peaceful. May they be able to get rid of their sansaric journey to attaining enlightenment, having that aspiration. Share merits with those departed ones, saying, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Whoever is affected COVID-19 and any other sicknesses, by the power of these merits and metta thoughts, may they all be well, happy, and peaceful. May they be able to get rid of their suffering and pain. May they recover soon, having that aspiration, metta thoughts, keeping metta thoughts in your mind. Make blessings upon them, saying, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. May you all be well, happy, and peaceful. All your wishes come true by the power of these merits and metta thoughts. May we all be able to attain ultimate bliss of Nibbana, having that aspiration, say, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. By means of these meritorious deeds, may I never join with the police. May I join always with the wise, until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be. From the highest realms of existence to the lowest, may all beings arisen in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you.